This podcast is presented by StreamerCollabs.com, a website made by streamers for streamers. StreamerCollabs.com helps streamers find, connect, and grow their channels by collaboration. We believe that collaboration is key to unlocking the full potential of the streaming community, and we strive to provide the tools and resources needed to make that happen. So join us today and let's make a difference together on StreamerCollabs.com.
And we are back with the Streamer Collabs podcast. My name is Buzz, aka Charles, aka the Big Buzzy Buzzy, and today I'm here with my magnanimous co-host,
the Big Infamous, aka David. And today, our special guest is.
Oh, that's where I come in?
That's where you come in.
My name is Mr. WL himself. I go by Warlycan. I go by the Rose Squad Journal. I go by the loudest nip now on Twitch because that is just what I do around here.
That's what I like to hear, man. Let's go.
Good shit, man.
I like the energy. I like the energy right now. Okay.
Mountain
Cool,
Dew
man, cool.
helps. I wish it was
Mountain Dew,
sponsored by
yes.
Mountain
What
Dew.
flavor though? What
You
flavor?
sipping on the? I was about to say,
No
you sipping on the
joke.
voltage.
No joke. If you could tell, some Baja Blast.
I was
Right
about to say,
here.
wait, that's a Baja Blast.
Ooh,
That is a good flavor. That is
Love
good.
Baja.
Every time I go to Taco Bell, it's Baja Blast. I get
Frosted
the
Baja
freeze. You know
Blast,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
Oh my god, I love Mountain Dew.
That shit's so
Baja
good.
Blast is up there.
Yeah,
I like the blue. What's the blue one called?
voltage.
Voltage.
Yeah,
That's a good one too.
That's
pitch black, bro. Have you guys tried the pitch black one?
Yo,
That
I
shit.
love Pitch Black.
That shit's good, bro. Or even Code Red. Code Red is solidly like in a pinch, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's not like my go-to. You feel me?
yeah.
One thing I've done is that I actually mix Code Red and Voltage, and
Oh,
it makes
shit.
like it's actually really good together because it's cherry and raspberry together.
Yeah.
It's like a nice tart
Mm.
flavor,
That's actually clutch as fuck. What the fuck? Yeah, nice.
right?
Yeah.
Right. Next time
Throws
you
in
have
there
them
like
both, be
Walter
like, hey,
White.
let me
Doing
try
a
this out.
fusion dance. Yeah. Doing a fucking fusion dance in that bitch.
No, you call it the Gojo because you mix red and blue together.
Gojo. Oh wait, hold on. Like
Goat Joe.
like from Jujutsu Kaisen?
From JJK.
From JJK?
From JJK.
Okay, bro. Okay, low key on a side tangent like that. They ended the anime so wrong. I know, you know what I'm saying. They got stuff to do right now. Have you finished? Are you caught up?
Not the whole way through, but
Oh,
I have
okay,
heard
okay.
about it.
Okay,
My
okay,
friends
okay.
spoil me on all the anime stuff. So
Oh my god.
Wait,
That
the
is-
anime is
it
done?
happens.
No. It's for now. It's taking a break. I
For
think.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I was gonna say.
I did not appreciate those last few episodes. I was not happy. But yeah, man. So when did you start creating content and why?
So I started creating content. I want to say it was September 2020. So right out of COVID, I was.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
little backstory about me is that I was ex-military. Had to retire out, and I'm retired. So for me, like I'm making money on the side because of my injuries that happened in the military. So I'm like, you know what? At the time, I was like also working for the HyperX Arena, which is here in Las Vegas in the Luxor. I was one of their commentators. So I was one of those guys giving the play-by-play on what was going on.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that were hearing me and watching me do my thing in the commentary booth, they were like, hey, you should start your own Twitch and, see how it grows from there. And I was like, you know what? I started taking some thought into it. And as soon as I moved my house, first thing I did is I made this small little booth over here, and it just started growing more and more bit by bit.
Nice, man. I see
It's
you
a
got the-
nice boot too.
I see. Is
it's-
that your flag in the bag?
Oh, my banner? Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
banner?
my logo and everything.
Yeah, that's
Yup.
sick as fuck, man. I like
That's
that.
sick as fuck.
I like that.
Yeah, it
the
has all their
WL.
pins on there. So, fun fact: this jacket I have right now, it's
Mhm.
a newer one. I did originally have a vest where it had like all those pins on it on that vest. So like, it was shine a lot.
Yeah.
Like just having all those pins on there. It was nice having everything on there, but it's a heavy ass vest. We're talking like
Mm.
40 pins on one vest.
Yeah.
So like that would weigh on me. So like, you know what? I need to retire the vest. I love it. But I was like, you know what? I can't just put the pins somewhere else. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I got that commissioned, and yeah, it's a nice little pin banner for me.
Sick
Nice,
as
man.
fuck, man.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
that's nice. That's a good way to do it. And I'm assuming the
Exactly.
vest was leather, right?
No, it wasn't. So it was actually like a regular. I don't remember how I got that vest. I had it for so goddamn long. It was just a regular ass vest with like a hood and everything like that. I saw it in the BX one day. I'm like, that looks pretty damn cool. Let me grab it. And I think
There you
that's
go.
That's
how
how
I
it
got
goes, man. That's how it
There you
goes.
go, man. Hey, that's style though.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro. It just calls.
You gotta make your style unique around here, and I figure try to be as unique as I can with what I have.
Nice.
And
man.
off
Respect that.
off topic, you said Vegas. How are you handling the heat, man? Because it's hot over here. Like,
Yeah, why do you think I was trying to stay indoors, man? Not like I'm one of those guys where like if I see it at 100, I can probably tolerate it because Vegas heat, for those guys who don't know, there's like little to no humidity, so it's not as bad. I'm originally from Virginia. Virginia at 100 degrees is a nightmare because you have to deal with like 60% humidity. It's like you take a shower, you dry off. By the time you walk over to get to your car, you're already fucking soaking wet again. So why the hell would I want that? No, I wouldn't do Vegas for that sake. So 100% Vegas, 100-degree Vegas, not that bad. When it gets to like that 105, 110, that's where I'm like, I'm staying home.
Exactly,
I'll order pizza, what have you. I'm not going out for anything unless it's important.
Crack a Mountain Dew, get some pizza.
Exactly.
It's a good night.
Exactly, bro. I'm staying up like it. Hell no.
And for content creation, what would you tell someone who's starting out like today?
What to tell someone to start out today? Best thing is just start simple. Everyone has to start. Like, there are some people I know where they have the money to be able to start off big, and I say all the more power to them if they can. But there is a nice, I think best way to put it is a humble period, where you got to start with like that one regular mic or that crappy USB headset or whatever, and have that really crappy ass sound, or have a cheap ass what is it? I'm a
fucking
streamer
game
chat
capture.
Right now. Yeah,
you
capture
card. Capture card.
You.
Yeah.
Like you have to start small. Don't be scared of starting small, because it does give you that backbone, gives you that humility to be like, hey, you got to start low, but you got to have your personality shine beyond that. If you get your personality shine beyond that, show who you are, show what you're all about, then that's really where people are going to start luring themselves to come into you, you know?
Yeah, good shit, man. It's always good to start small, especially if you're like just starting out, because you don't want to buy all the equipment, all the electronics, all that good shit, and then a month or two into it, be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I mean, you got a cool computer at that point, but like the setup is just going to waste, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm one of those guys where I grew up where if you end up having something, even if you like don't use it anymore, try to find a way to use it. Like I said before, I stopped streaming for a little bit because I needed a mental health break. I needed to, because I was so stressed out about streaming for a while. But on the side, I do voice acting. So for me, like, having like set up like this, or, have my camera and everything like that, like I still try to find a way to utilize it. Like if it's something that you don't have, or, it's something that, the main priority of it, you're not going to be using it anymore. Try to find a way to use it for something else. And even if you don't have a way to use it for something else, it's still there for if/when you want to get back into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice, man. Nice. Who would you say inspired you? Or do you have any inspiration or people that you draw from?
When I first started streaming, I did have a few people, but not gonna go into any controversial detail or anything like that. Let's just say that there have been falling outs. So I kind of just learned over time that you got to make your own image. I do take ideas from certain other streamers as well. One of my good friends, Basu Versus, really funny ass dude. He plays a lot of Final Fantasy, a lot of fighting games. Like I love fighting games, so that's where he and I clicked, and also Pokemon. So like a lot of my cause he also had the same idea. Like where I was in a rut where I didn't know how I felt about streaming, or I just wasn't confident about it. Like he was that guy. Like he was like my hype man. Like he was like, hey, get your ass back in there. Get to doing it because you love doing it, but take your time on getting back into it. So I would say Basu is definitely up there. Ever since I made my comeback about a month ago, I've been starting to reach out to the streamers as well, and they have been helping me out as well. Schwack Gaming is up there as one of people who have helped motivate me to get back into it, and an Aussie streamer, Tubbernaut. Tubbernaut was the one who actually gave me the idea of starting my own podcast. Nothing official yet, but so there might be coming up in there in the pipeline.
Nice,
but
nice.
Yeah, they started to give me some ideas on trying to, get me some more information to do it, or get me back into the swing of things.
Nice, good stuff, man.
Yeah,
that's real. That's real. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you can really draw from your peers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because
absolutely,
it's you are who you surround yourself with. I feel like, you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
If you got that support system, then yeah, that's great. That's great. Nice, man.
It makes it a lot easier.
Absolutely. What would you say the biggest struggle is you dealt with while streaming?
Mental health. 100%.
Yep. Yep.
I think for a lot of people, and going back to the one question where it's where we became a beginner streamer, I made the mistake of always being on or always staying with the numbers, always focusing on the numbers and goals, and that really messed with me mentally for a while. I think that was part of the reason why I had to take a break, because I was just so stressed out about trying to get this viewership or trying to get to a certain amount of followers or a certain amount of subscribers, and that really just messed with my mental health to the point where it was like I felt like a slave to my passion. Is probably the best way to put it, and it kind of hurt when I realized that what I was doing was actually hurting me in the end. So I think that's another thing to say. Like, my mental health was really messed up with it, but it doesn't hurt, and I hope this reaches out as many people when I say this. It does not hurt to take a break at all.
No.
Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a day, a week, a month. For me, it was almost 2 years that I had to take a break from streaming. Because I started, like I said, I started September 2020. I took a break October of 2022, I think is when I did it. And at the time, I had no idea when I was going to come back because I was just that burned out.
Yeah.
TwitchCon last year actually helped me give me an idea on, what I want to do, give me some ideas to bounce back on.
Yeah.
And it was really just a matter of putting the pieces back together and coming back. I think it was May. Yeah, May this past year was when I came back. So almost 2 years of taking, of off stream. It's a struggle. It's a struggle when you let your mental health just drain, but you got to take that break. That's the best way I can put it. Just your mental health is important, especially I think this is like our generation right now where we're actually focusing more on our mental health and making sure that we're safe and okay what we're doing.
Yeah.
Speak out on your mental health and look for help when you need it.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. Nice,
and
man.
and it's okay to take a break before you like get to the point of burning out too. Like if you're sitting there like, man, I don't really want to stream today. It's okay to take a day off, maybe 2 days, but
I've done it before.
Exactly. That way you don't reach the point where you're like, fuck, I hate streaming. Because once you get to that point, then it becomes a lot more difficult to stream. Believe me, I've been there.
Yeah, we all been there, man. Yep.
Amen to that, man.
You'd be like, damn, gotta play this fucking game again. You know what
I'm
saying?
Because I was like, it's like I know this is kind of a paradoxical thing to say because a lot of people are like, they set their schedule, like they do their Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays. When I came back, I was like, fuck this noise. I'm gonna stream when I feel like streaming versus having to stick myself to my schedule.
Yeah.
I think it's different for every person. I think a lot more people than not are like, hey, I'm gonna stream on these 3 or 4 days. It's set schedule, these times, these days. For me, I'm just like, you know what? I want to do this right now. And I just pop and I probably made like a small tweet and then hit record and then hit stream and then we're already on it.
Nice, man.
That works too for some people.
Do you stream like one game or do you stream like a whatever you want type of thing?
It's mostly what I want, but at the same time, like, it's a variety, but at the same time, like, I do stick to the games that I know will give me viewership or I know will bring in people. Pokemon obviously is my number one right now. I do a lot of shiny hunting. That brings in some people, especially when I get the pop-off moments or the bullshit moments. It happens. Mario Kart every so often. Goose Goose Duck, which you guys don't know is like Among Us, but literally on crack. Like Among Us had like Among Us now had like updates and added like side roles to like your crew base and imposter stuff like that. And from I recall, Goose Goose Duck had that since day one.
Nice.
And like and proximity chat and everything like that. So you can like pass by someone, you can hear them talking shit, and then you hear them like walk away, you can't hear it anymore.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry. Like I love Among Us. Among Us is one of the games that got me into streaming, but I'm Team Goose Goose Duck. Like I love
Goose
that
Goose
game.
Duck.
And I met the producers. I met Canadian Thor, one of the nicest people, taller than me too. Like I'm 6 foot, almost 6'1". This dude was like 6'4", and like we took a selfie, and he's like towering over me. I'm like, why are you so tall?
Exactly, bro.
What are you doing up there, bro?
Get down from there.
And for our final question about content creation, how do you take an off day? So like, if your setup is, I'm assuming I can ask, is your setup in your room or do you have like and how do you separate when you take an off day? How do you separate like life from streaming? Because my setup's in my room too, and sometimes I find it difficult to separate the two.
I think honestly, It sounds weird, but it's as simple as turning on these lights for me. Like as soon as these lights come
Mhm.
on, like I know I'm about to go into streaming mode.
There
I'm
you
about
go.
to, like
Yeah.
that's when the trigger comes in. As soon as
Okay.
the lights are off, you know, I can sit here and I know, hey, I'm relaxing, I'm gaming, I can do what I want from there. If not, and I know like I'll be on here for maybe like a couple hours. But
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
at least take that time, you know. If I need to go out there and do something, then I will. Like if I know I'm gonna go out and get a drink or am I gonna be on a date or whatever, I'm gonna do that. Like it's just
Absolutely.
in the end, this is still a chair with a computer, and you
Yep.
take the time to do what you want to do on here, but you don't take all the time on it. If that makes sense,
Yeah.
if that
Absolutely.
you know makes any kind of sense. Because
Yeah,
in the end, yeah, you have this, but there's still an entire fucking world out there. Do what
Exactly.
you
Yep.
want
Yep.
on- you know?
Yep.
Especially depending on where you live. Like if you live in a big city, like me, I live in Vegas. Oh my god, I could drive like 20 minutes any direction, and I know I'll find something new. So
Sick
go out
as
there and find
fuck.
something new.
Nice.
It's the simplest thing. Like you always look forward to finding something new out there.
That's sick.
That's something- That's actually something we talked to Jay Neal about. For when this comes out, Jay Neal, the interview, check it out on our YouTube. That was last week. But he told us, he was like, just it's important to, it helps your mental health too, to just like step away and do stuff beyond the desk. Like,
Mhm.
like he said, hit up Denny's at 2 a.m. with the homies, or like or go to a
doing some
Waffle House or
random shit.
something.
Yeah.
I think
Exactly,
for
bro.
me, the biggest thing that my friend group and I do, because it's me and we all met through the arena that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
But when we all left the arena, we were like, you know what? We still want to hang out with each other. It doesn't have to be at the arena. So we literally have like random board game nights where like, you know, we would all
That's
meet
it.
up at someone's place. We all have random board games and we just sit down and enjoy ourselves. We forget about streaming and, you know, a little gossip, a little tea, you know,
Got a
but
little tea.
yeah, we got to have a little tea around here, you know, just
a little-
Just a
a
sip.
sip.
Just a sip. Just a sip. You know what I'm saying?
Just a smidge of
with the pinky
tea.
up.
With the pinky. With the
up.
pinky. We got
With the
class
pinky.
around here. Okay.
Yeah, damn right we got class around here. I mean, curse like a goddamn sailor, but we gotta have class around here.
We got that goddamn class though.
Exactly, the goddamn class.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
So that was it for our content creation / streaming questions. We're gonna hop into some questions outside of that, some silly billy questions, if you will.
Mhm.
Let's do it.
If you could live in one video game world for a week, which one would you choose and why?
Even for as much as I know about the game and the series, I would still have to go with Pokemon.
I was gonna
Pokemon
say.
series, like the exploration, everything like that. But when you learn about how savage some of the Pokemon are through their dex entries and shit like that,
Yeah.
it gives a bit of a haste. But even man, like, hey, if I died in the Pokemon world, then I get to say I died in the Pokemon world. So let's do
That's
it.
fair, yeah. That's sick as fuck, man. I think. Wait, what did I say mine was? Hold on. What did you say
think you
yours
said
was?
You said yours was Gears of War.
I said yes, Gears of
Damn.
War. Yup, Gears of War.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
shit.
metal as fuck. That's metal as fuck.
That's
All
sick as
steel
fuck.
here. My God.
I'm a pussy, bro, because I see a locust. I'm running in the opposite direction. They're like 7 feet tall, bro. Like, what am I doing against that? No, nothing.
No, that's why
I'm
you have
cooked.
something else that's 7 feet tall.
Exactly.
You don't deal with that shit. You let them deal with that shit.
Go, Marcus, go.
You got that shit.
But no, I'm
Throwing
living in
clips.
Stardew Valley, bro.
Yeah, start.
Stardew Valley. Okay, all right.
Stardew Valley, bro. I'm gonna make my millions off of carrots and shit. I'm gonna
Okay.
live on my little farm, tilling the soil, and that's gonna be me. That's
the
gonna
life
be
right
me.
there. That's
Exactly.
the life right there, man.
Exactly. No Wi-Fi, just living in the moment, bro.
Nice,
Hey,
man.
there we go.
That sounds nice.
There we go.
And for our next question, if you could time travel, which era would you visit, and what would you do there?
That's a really good question. Man, Renaissance era is definitely one of the ones because I'm one of the guys. I'm one of those guys who like to go to Ren Fair. Like I
Yeah.
love it.
That's
Ren
sick
Fair
as
would be a
fuck.
good one. Yeah. I have 3 answers, but I don't know which one to decide. Ren Fair is one of them. Like the Renaissance era is one of them. Feudal Japan, just to be able to explore what's how it looked in the
Yep.
feudal time period. And I would even say like Wild West, what was it, 1890s or something like that? Like
Yep.
literally no joke,
Red
like
Dead
over 100
Redemption,
years
bro.
ago. Yeah, exactly, the Red Dead Redemption era. Because I'm in my outlaw period. Like I have my fucking cowboy hat and everything, and my long
Yup.
Yep.
Especially when it gets cool here, you'll be seeing me walking around in that shit. Like I feel like I call myself the outlaw of Twitch, and I have that outlaw look. So I say the Wild West is definitely up one of those as well. If I had to choose between the three, not by much, it'll probably be the Wild West.
Wild West is sick.
Yep.
I completely understand. They had the
Yes.
ponchos, they had the revolvers and shit. Quick draw. Yeah.
Except-
No.
Yeah.
There was a certain type of like a
It's a dramatic
swagger.
flair. Yeah, the
Yes.
dramatic flair
Yes.
behind it.
Yep.
Very
Yup,
dramatic.
yup.
It's a very dramatic time.
What can I say? I'm a sucker for the flair dramatics.
For
Wait,
our
hold up. Can
Oh,
I
shit.
ask this question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Warlycan.
Yes.
Would you rather clog the toilet during a job interview or on the first date?
Oh, that's not the big ass questions. All right. I would say the job interview.
Mhm.
Okay.
Especially if it's one of those job interviews where you know there are gonna be people before and after you. That way they can't blame you. They can't pinpoint it on you.
They can't. They're like,
So-
"Yes."
Yep.
Yeah, so I would say the job interview, like,
Yeah.
because you can always throw the blame if need be,
Mhm.
but you're less likely to get caught that way. So I would say the job interview.
Okay.
Fair
okay.
enough, man. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Because
Good.
like, 'cause I said this a couple interviews ago. Like, I always thought, man, I'll do it on a first date because if she's not grossed out and she's like, man, I understand. Then she's a real one. But then I thought back to like
But it's
my
a first date, first impression kind of thing.
exactly
That's- yeah.
because then I thought back to like my first date with my now girlfriend, and I'm like, oh shit, no, no, can't do that.
Like, yeah, you can't clog up someone's personal bathroom versus clogging up a public
God, no.
toilet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're clogging up a public toilet versus a personal bathroom. I don't want to clean up my own shit, and I don't want to clean up her own shit either.
That's real as fuck, man.
Yeah,
I
bro.
mean, poop is gross, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to deal with that shit, both figuratively and literally.
Exactly. I said literally. And for our final question, DC or Marvel? Firstly, it's two-parter.
Not by much, but Marvel.
Marvel. Okay.
Fair,
Okay.
fair.
Respected. Okay. Now, if you could choose one superhero to be for a day, who would you be?
I'm laughing because I literally saw this question on your Instagram.
You did?
And I was like, I wonder if they're going to ask you this question.
Mhm.
Okay.
I have an answer for both hero and villain.
Okay,
Hero,
nice.
100%. I grew up loving Gambit. I love cards.
Gambit's
Gambit,
cool as
okay,
fuck.
that's
Gambit's cool as
nice.
fuck.
Gambit, 1,000%. I love Gambit. If it was a villain, I know he's more of an anti-hero nowadays, but I would say Venom.
Venom.
Yeah,
sick
he's
as
yeah.
fuck. Yup.
Venom days. Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was
When he was
you
a
know what I'm
fucking
saying?
savage and just
Mhm.
his only objective was just fuck with Peter Parker. Oh God, yeah. I know
Exact-
some people
yep.
where I would just literally just walk around, just fuck with them, just because I could.
Just like steal their left sock or rearrange their shoes.
Some minor shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No,
But yeah, I would say either Gambit or Venom for me.
Gambit's cool
Nice.
as fuck. I feel like
That's cool as
Gambit
fuck,
is
yeah.
under. Well, before we get into anything, like I don't want to spoil anything. Have you seen Wolverine and Deadpool?
I have.
So
yeah.
you know Gambit's in it.
I do. I
Yes.
think it was Channing Tatum. Yeah.
Mhm,
Yup,
mhm.
yup. And I was.
Spoilers and spoilers for viewers, by the way.
Spoilers for viewers. Yeah.
I feel
I
like
mean,
it's a
it's finally
spoiler,
over.
but
It's
at the
not-
same
yeah.
time, I've seen so many memes at this
I want
point.
to say,
where-
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it's,
it's out there.
if you're on TikTok at any time, you've pretty much already seen like the spoilers,
seen
so
half
you're
the
kind of
movie,
fucked
yeah.
anyway. Yeah.
Exactly. He did that Creole accent. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of did his thing with that shit. Like, I'm listening to him. Like,
No joke.
okay.
No joke. I was stationed in New Orleans a few years
Mhm.
ago, and
Yeah.
I've heard the Cajun accents, and I heard like his
Cajun,
was
yep.
actually pretty spot on.
yeah.
Like no joke. Like as I'm hearing, I'm like, am I fucking back in New Orleans? What the hell? But no, like it's a rare accent you hear these days. But at the same
Mhm.
time, when it's done right, like
Yeah.
those that know, they know, and they're like, oh baby, they got that shit right.
Mhm. Yeah,
David,
man.
who would you choose?
Bro. Probably Wolverine, low key. Wolverine he's got the claws, he's got the healing factor, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He literally survived them melting metal on his bones, like you know what I'm saying? Wolverine is probably the
tough.
GOAT.
That's really tough.
That's
Yeah.
real as fuck, man.
What about you, boss?
my favorite Marvel character is Magneto, so it's got to be Magneto.
Oh,
Oh,
fucking Nito.
No,
Magneto, bro. That's my goat, bro. Like every time I see Magneto, like, ooh, especially in the older X-Men movies.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh,
Like,
with, Eric Stewart, I think.
Well, yeah, with Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
Ian McKellen. Yeah, Ian McKellen. I'm
Ian
Eric
McKellen.
Stewart,
Yep,
my bad.
Ian McKellen. He
Yeah,
did it.
yeah.
Dang, bro.
Like you talk about roles that were made perfect for a person.
He
Yeah.
is
Ian McKellen. Yeah,
perfect.
like
And fuck, who's the guy who plays young Magneto in like First Class? You know the
yeah,
actor
he's
I'm
really
talking
good too.
about?
is that Eric Stewart or am I thinking?
Hold up, who is that guy?
Chat.
Enhance.
I don't know. That's a good question.
X-Men First Class. Michael Fassbender. Excellent actor.
Yeah,
So good. Magneto, just like being able to like,
I think I googled.
I'm
the
gonna be
wrong
honest, like I'll be in parking lots sometimes walking by like cars and stuff. I'm like trying to move shit with my mind. Trying to move shit with my mind. People are like, what is he doing? But like, it'd be cool as fuck. Just being able to manipulate metal like that. That's sick. I love metal. Well,
especially when you learn about the lore of Magneto and like
Yeah.
how OP his shit really is.
yes.
To the point where like he could actually potentially control the iron in your own blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like no, Like,
That's
that is
terrifying.
That is, yeah, that's what I was saying. It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that was a twist. I did not see that
Yeah.
shit
A lot
come.
of iron in your blood. I was like, oh shit, you're a little evil, but I still fuck with you. He's not 100% evil. I think at least in the newer comics, he's kind of just like leave me alone. But like
He's like
people
in
don't.
that neutral gray. I think is
Yeah.
the way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just like I don't mess with mutants. But then people keep messing with mutants, so he keep it's just like fuck. Put on
Yeah,
the
he's
helmet,
like, I just,
do some shit.
He's probably like sitting on his farm, want to leave it alone. Like, hey, I just want to make sure my mutant's okay. Humans
Exactly,
start showing up, get him.
exactly.
He's like, oh god damn it,
Again?
Am I fucking shit up? Yeah, exactly. Again.
I'll hop back in there, bro. But Loki, I did want to ask you real quick because we haven't had a lot. Nobody's. It's a Gambit just yet. So we've only had one other Gambit that what is it? That I know of from X-Men Origins Wolverine. What were your thoughts on that one?
A for effort.
A for effort.
not who-
Okay.
I would say like A for effort. I forgot. I know he's in what was it? Sunday Night Lights. I know he was in that series. I forgot the name of the actor. But he did a good job. It's just I think the script or whoever wrote it did not know
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah,
who
no.
Gambit was. So like it's one of those things where I can't blame the actor because he did what he could with
Yeah.
Gambit.
Yeah.
But I will blame whoever the fuck wrote that script.
That movie
Yeah,
was-
that's the whole script should have been scrapped.
Oh, that
Oh my
movie.
God.
Oh,
I mean,
that
why do you
movie.
think they fucking killed the old Deadpool in Deadpool 2?
What was the? I don't know. That whole movie was strange to me.
I
That was
remember being like 9 years
Like that
old
was like
thinking,
the biggest
no.
bitch slap to like Marvel fans, especially those who are like die hard to it. So like I said, as far as the Gambit goes, he did what he could.
yeah.
It would have been funny as hell if we saw like just even for like a small second or two that Gambit for like in the new Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll gladly take Channing Tatum because he's been wanting to do that since like 2016, I think.
Forever, bro. It's been a while.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Like you said, been waiting on this for a long time.
Yeah.
come true.
I can't do the accent. I don't want to do it because it sounds
It's
it's
a hard
difficult.
accent.
It's a difficult
is.
accent.
Yeah, it is such a hard accent to do. I'm not gonna try it. I'm sorry. If you're expecting me to try it, no.
I was low-key- wait,
Just
hold on, hold
the
on.
moment of silence.
I don't
we're all
wanna
like,
insult- Thought about it too.
Insult anyone who is from Cajun Town. So no.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. We're joking.
But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for sitting down with us, man. Appreciate you liking.
Yes, sir.
Before we
Absolutely,
go-
man. I appreciate you guys having me on here.
Of course,
Yeah,
bro.
absolutely.
Before we go, did you have any like social media you wanted to shout out or like your Twitch?
Honestly, you can find me anywhere, either Warlycan or Warlycan36. So
Okay.
all you gotta do is just type in my name, and more than likely you'll find me. If you see my WL logo up here, you know that's me, guaranteed.
Good shit.
All right, bet.
Good shit.
I like it. All right. Bet.
Well, thank you for
Yeah,
sitting
man.
down with us today, man.
Hey, like I said, I appreciate the invite.
Yes, sir.
Of course. And that's gonna do it for today's episode of the interview. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Buzz, aka Charles, aka the Big Buzzy Wuzzy, and today I'm here with my co-host.
The big one from this, aka David. And today, our special guest has been.
Mr. WL himself, Warlycan, the outlaw of Twitch.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We see you guys in the next one.
Y'all take care.
See you around.